This is the common man leading an uncommon life, and you're watching a video about the Philippines. Came out to the Philippines 3 years ago, and now I'm settled on the island of Bohol in the hills, and we've been digging out a well, and we put a pump in, which is behind you. Up here you can see the path. That path is actually where we laid the pipe that takes the supply of water up to the house. And that red house that you can see on the hill, that's the house that we've been building. This squirming girl behind me is Talikli, and we are actually going to see if we can find some pineapple just from the house. So that's where we're going now. And this is just looks like it's all grass, but actually you get snakes in those. My wife has what she calls a sword, which I would call the bolo. You probably would know it as the bolo. I'm going over here. This land that we're looking at now, this all is part of the property that belongs to my wife's family. And what you see behind, they're all coconut trees. All of these coconut trees have a very interesting story attached to them. Coconut trees are producing a crop every year, possibly twice a year. And when you look at those trees, Beth, perhaps you can focus on one of the trees that has the metal on it. You're getting that in the picture. That metal that you see is there to stop rats. Now, the rats can come down, but they can't easily get back up, and that increases the crop quite a bit. Now, the interesting story that I was about to say about the coconut trees is that they are a marketable commodity. They produce a harvest of coconut which can support a family. So this is something that is an investment. When my wife's father first came to this land, he planted most of these coconut trees, and here they are 50 years later. This is the fruits of his work. Now, when a family has a huge number of coconut trees like this in the Philippines, when money gets scarce and they need to send one of the children or any of the children to college, what they will do is they will pawn the coconut tree or coconut trees. What happens is that they raise the money that's needed to send the child to college, and whoever loans the money, the interest on his loan is the crop. He then owns the crop. He harvests the coconut trees that have been pawned to him. And then, of course, when the amount becomes due, or when it's repaid, that's when all of the harvest reverts back to the borrower, which I thought was an interesting. I'd never heard of pawning a coconut tree, but I'm in the Philippines now and life is different. But let's see if we can find the, what was it we were looking at? Pineapple. So you can see that Talik is actually eating something that she's just picked. What is it, Talik? You're at your mouthful now. What is it? Can you speak? You wanted to be on the video? What is this?
Mango.
Mango. So she's actually eating a mango, and there's the mango. Look, this is a mango tree. The unfortunate thing about this low area here is that we get the harvest gets poached, both of the coconut and of the mango. Now, we can focus here on the tree. You can see the metal has been put there. That one keeps flapping in the wind, and I keep thinking that there are poachers down here, but there are not. Now, this looks quite easy to be able to walk along this, but as a foreigner, I don't find it easy, but somehow the land knows if you're Filipino or foreigner. Foreigner that trips up. Filipinos, they walk barefoot and no problem. But anyway, let's see if we can find the pineapple. So all of this coconut is coconut that's been poached. And at one point, some of these trees, the ones where we have no access to even watching over them, barbed wire was put around the tree so that the poacher would actually need to bring a long ladder with him. That's easy for us, but not so for the poacher, and that cut down the poaching a little. The Talek lick is not exactly in bare feet, but she's just got those rubber slippers on, which I can't even walk in. Okay, so I'm in your hands, Beth. Okay. So that's Beth. That's my wife, Beth. You want to say hello?
Hi.
Oh, that was a big hello. Can you wave that bolo? So there she is, and she's going to look for pineapple. This is kind of Jungle Jim stuff, or Jungle Jane. Ah, there's a pineapple. So we have one pineapple. Let's go around. So Beth, how often does this bloom, bear fruit, the pineapple tree?
For 3 to 4 months, we're gonna have some ready to eat. You know?
So is that every 4 months there will be like a crop of pineapple?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, so there's our prize at the moment. And there's Talek, like a damned goat, climbing like a mountain goat. I know that would be terminal for me. She's actually going up to what is a huge mango tree.
There.
And when out here, mangoes don't just grow like apples, although that seems to be the case there. They are carefully husbanded. They wrap little sort of cardboard or heavy paper around each of the fruit, take a ladder up there, and that can be worth a fair amount of money to a family here. There's also another crop that they pick, which is called the lumboy.
Yeah, we're gonna have some later, okay? We're gonna pick up some lumboy.
So the lumboy is...
Looks like, what you call
looks
it?
like
Wild berry?
Looks like a... No, it looks like a grape.
Yeah, yeah.
They're quite a big fruit.
Yeah, it's a good...
And they, of course, they sell too. There's Talek, almost disappeared in the grass.
No more...
I would be making that trip down on my rear end, I can tell you, but not so with her. Careful, Talek. Is that mango for me? That smile means no. Get your own mango. Which means that I'm not having mango today. And now meantime, back at the pineapple growth, Beth has another pineapple, which is just great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see, got some black clouds coming up over there. Looks like it's going to be rain. The rains have just started. Now, that's not great news for someone who's from Manchester, where they always say in Manchester it always rains. I always found that was quite true. So I'm not happy, but we haven't had rain for 5 months, so everybody else is very happy, especially the people whose well has dried up. So now we're going to head back home, and you've seen everything that we've had on the way here. So I'll say bye from me, a common man leading an uncommon life. You can check up on me with and on my Facebook page. There's Talit getting in on the act. Suddenly she's not quite so shy, but don't ask her to speak. You can check up on my Facebook page, terence.flannery@facebook.com. And if you have any questions, want to get in touch with me, feel free. I'm always happy to hear from anyone who's viewed one of our videos. Bye for now.